Welcome to Anatomy in Nutshell. In this video, we are going to talk about fibrous skeleton of heart. Before going to the topic, if you are not subscribed this channel, subscribe the Anatomy in Nutshell channel. The fibrous skeleton, it consists of the fibrous rings surrounding the atrioventricular and the arterial orifices, along with the masses of the fibrous tissue, constitute the fibrous skeleton of the heart. Provides attachment to the cardiac muscle and keeps the cardiac valves competent. It consists of 4 rings and 2 trigones. The left fibrous ring encircles the bicuspid valve. The right fibrous ring surrounds the tricuspid valve, and the pulmonary ring corresponds to pulmonary valve, the aortic ring to the aortic valve. 2 trigones are right fibrous trigone and the left fibrous trigone. The conus arteriosus is a conical prolongation of the right ventricle from which the pulmonary arteries are emerge. The atrioventricular fibrous rings are in the form of a figure of 8. There is no muscular continuity between the atria and the ventricles across the rings except for the atrioventricular bundle or bundle of His. The only connection between the atrium and the ventricle is the bundle of His, that is the conductive system of the heart. The atria and ventricles and the membranous part of the interventricular septum are attached to the central fibrous body, that is the fibrous skeleton of the heart. The pulmonary trunk lie at higher level than the aortic valve, connected to the fibrous skeleton by conus ligament. The aortic annulus is central. There is a large mass of fibrous tissue between the atrioventricular rings behind and the aortic ring in front. The mass is known as trigonum fibrosum dextrum. A small mass of fibrous tissue is present between the aortic and the mitral ring, that is known as trigonum fibrosum sinistrum. So the tendon of the infundibulum close to the pulmonary valve binds the posterior surface of the infundibulum to the aortic ring. The muscle fibers are anchored to the fibrous skeleton of heart. It reinforces the myocardial valves internally and anchors the cardiac muscle. It lies in the plane between the atria and the ventricles. This plane corresponds to atrioventricular groove. The firmest area on compression are formed by the valves and the fibrous connective tissue that unites them. Pulmonary valve is not anchored to the fibrous skeleton of the heart. It is less firm on palpation. Some areas are more firm on compression than others. So the tricuspid and the mitral valves directly attached to the ring. Semilunar valves are directly attached to the wall of the vessel, not to the ring. The aortic annulus is the central, already mentioned. The central fibrous body, the fibrous area where the leaflets of the aortic, mitral and the tricuspid valves meet in the heart. Coming to the right fibrous trigone, the right fibrous trigone is a thickened triangular area of connective tissue between the aortic ring and the atrioventricular ring. It has multiple circumvalvular extensions. The right fibrous trigone is continuous with the central fibrous body. It's the strongest part of the fibrous skeleton. The left fibrous trigone is a smaller thickened area of the connective tissue between the aortic ring and the left atrioventricular ring. It is intervalvular trigone. Coming to the membranous part of the interventricular septum, inferior extension of the central fibrous body, it anchored to the interventricular septum. The fibrous skeleton helps to maintain the integrity of the openings and provides attachment for the cusp. Separates the atrial musculature from the ventricular musculature. The atrial musculature originates from upper border of the ring. The ventricular musculature originates from the lower border of the ring. The atrioventricular bundle is single connection between the two. The functions of the fibrous skeleton, it anchors the heart valve and cusp to the interior of the heart. It keeps the atrioventricular valves and the semilunar valves of the heart open without allowing them to the distance. It provides insertion for the bundle of heart muscles and separates atria and ventricles. It acts as an electrical insulator. Coming to the tendon of Todaro, it is a part of the fibrous skeleton of the heart, originates from the central fibrous body. It is a collagenous band within the suboendocardium. It is palpable in the right atrium, running from the interatrial septum inferiorly right to the eustachian valve, that is inferior vena cava valve. Coming to the trigone of the cock, base is formed by the coronary sinus opening Superior is bounded by the tendon of Todaro, inferior is bounded by the septal leaflet of the tricuspid valve. The main content of this triangle of Koch is the atrioventricular node. Coming to the muscle fibers arrangement in the myocardium, that is, cardiac muscle fibers form a long loops which are attached to the fibrous skeleton. Upon contraction of the muscular loops, the blood from the cardiac chambers is wrung out. The atrial fibers are arranged in a superficial transverse layer and a deep anterior-posterior layer. In the same way, the ventricular fibers are also arranged in a superficial and the deep layer. The superficial fibers arise from a skeleton of heart to undergo a spiral course, pass across the inferior surface, wind around the lower border, then across the sternocostal surface to reach the apex of the heart, where the fibers to form a vortex and continue with the deep layer. So the superficial fibers, they start from the tendon of the infundibulum and arise from the right AV ring and the left AV ring. So the fibers start from the tendon of the infundibulum, pass across the diaphragmatic surface, curve around the inferior border to reach the sternocostal surface, then cross the anterior interventricular groove to reach the apex. And the fibers arise from the right AV ring take the same course but end in a posterior papillary muscle. Fibers arising from the left AV ring lie along the diaphragmatic surface, cross the posterior interventricular groove to reach the papillary muscles of the right ventricle. So the deep fibers are S-shaped. These fibers arise from the papillary muscle of one ventricle, turn in interventricular groove to end in the papillary muscle of the other ventricle. So the fibers of the first layer circle the right ventricle, cross through the interventricular septum and end in a papillary muscle of the left ventricle. Layers 2 and 3 have decreasing course in right ventricle and increasing course in the left ventricle. Thanks for watching. Watch more videos in the Anatomy in Nutshell channel.